Hey, what's up everyone? We have us a little Samsung Blu-ray player, and that's the drive that's trying to work. And a lot of times you can see what we got. Cannot read the disc, try the following. Okay, you know, I'm sure same old stuff. Make sure it's clean. And this one really acts kind of goofy. And the touch on the front doesn't want to work all the time. But that's what the drive's doing. And then it'll come out, and sometimes it'll sit here and shut off on its own. So I don't know if, you know, we got something going on here on the front panel too, or whatever. We need to get in and take a look. This is the door for the drive. It's broke off or came off or whatever. So that's something else we'll have to get into and take a look at. But to start with, we need to get it to read a disc. See, is it going to shut down? Nope. So something's going on here with the touchpad. It's blinking. No disc. Okay, now it finally did go off. Alright, so I'm gonna get you set up in the stand. We're gonna take this apart and see what the heck we got going on the inside. Why that drive is so noisy. And see if we can't figure out what the heck's going on. This one isn't very old, as you can see, and this is a customer's. This came in for repair. So, hey, this is a pay. Get paid on this one if I can get it to work. Won't that be nice? Alright, let me get you set up. We'll get it tore down and see what the heck's going on with it. Okay, this one could be total crap on the inside. It's definitely not sounding the healthiest. I see one screw here. Is that all there is? Yeah, you got one screw there. Nothing going on there. Nothing on the edge. Okay, on this one, I have to take the side panels off. There. Those come off, and as you can see, we got clips. There. That hurt. Boy, they definitely don't want you in this one. God. Yeah. Okay, we need to get the drive out. Don't know if we have to, we need to take the front panel off on this one or not. But the way this thing's put together, I'm gonna say yes. Take that little touchpad out of there too and take a peek at it. Let's see, that one, 2 ribbon cables. That one's just a push in, and that one's a latch. Big one here is a latch. Very interesting. Got clips holding the top on. Well, that doesn't show us everything that we need to know. Alright, flip this over, there's a little door. Right there you can see the white plastic in there. That's, you can open the tray manually. And there's the deck. Tray. Little belt's okay. Now, with the noise, what I'm thinking is it's probably just so stinking dry in here. Which doesn't really feel like it. It's not that dusty and dirty either. But we will service it and see if we can get it to quiet down. Okay, what I found out was the little touchpad here is bad. You turn it on, it doesn't always work, but it shuts itself off and turns itself back on and off all the time. So I unhooked it, and if I use a regular remote, it comes on, it works fine. And even our drive and it loads. Get you. Yeah, can't do it. Anyway, it's playing now. So it's this little touchpad that's back in there, and all I had to do was just unplug it, and now it works fine. Now we have to figure out what we have to do to fix this door. The only thing I don't like is when you eject this one, I hit stop, but our disc is still spinning, and if you open the tray, it does that. Interesting, but it is working. So let's get this unplugged. And what I am thinking here is I think we have there's one little clip broke. Should be two. Get that other black thing out of there. Should be two clips like that one there. And that one looks like it's been stretched. The other side is broke. Should clip on those two little clips there and there. And I'm thinking there's a spring. Hooks on this eyelet right here. And goes back in here somewhere. That's I wanna get it on there. I know that one's gonna break. See, that's the way it should be, and there should be I think there should be a spring. Where's that little eyelet? That's way down there. Yeah. You can see the little pin here. It goes to that eyelet. Should be a little spring holding it. That other side's gonna be a little too floppy. Spring is no big deal. I can round up a spring for in there. It's holding this side. I have a couple of, I have one idea. Anyway. let me see what I can do here. Okay, got that. I melted a little piece of, you watched me do it. I got that nice little hook on there, and I have an assortment of springs here. And I found my shortest one here. Cut it down, and you can see I put it in right there. So now she's all ready to go. Hopefully it's not too, the spring's not too stiff, but you know, it kind of is what it is. We'll see what happens. So let me get cleaned up here, kind of straightened up, and then we can get this put back together, and hopefully we have a good working Samsung Blu-ray player. Alright, there she is. Got her all put together. Boy, that was fun. Those plastic pieces are a real pain in the butt to get in place. And let's make sure it works. That should work in a little bit better after a while. I don't want to make that spring too tight or it's going to hang up on the tray. Loading. You can hear it's quiet now. So we got the deck serviced. I got the noise out of it. Figured out why it kept shutting down. Is the little touch screen on it. Kind of a digitizer, I guess is what you'd want to call it, behind there. And it no worky. That's probably from pushing on it. Instead of just laying your finger on it, like a lot of these, you just lay your finger on it and it turns on and turns off, or, you know, opens a tray play or whatever. But if you start pushing on it, you'll start deforming the plastic and it'll start touching that little digitizer back there, and then it'll start acting up like it is. And now, after I got the drive all put back together, if you stop, whoop, not available. It has to go through this. Alright, now that should be the movie. Now we can stop it. Stop. And now that the tray is all put back together, the drive's all put back together, you can see now the disc stops when you hit open. Still a little, but it'll work in.